Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome back to the channel. It's Christine with gaugegirltraining, an online meal planning and coaching service. In today's video, I'm going to give you 7 tips on how to lose weight faster in 2022. So let's get started. All right, so if you've been wanting to lose weight, if you are tracking your macros, if you are doing all the things, I'm going to give you 7 tips in this video that's going to help you accelerate that process. So tip number 1 is to eat a high protein breakfast. So according to the International Journal of Obesity, it has been found that eating a high protein breakfast could help reduce cravings and lower your calorie intake throughout the day. It is crazy by how much it will impact your appetite when you start the day off with a positive nitrogen balance, which can only be found in foods that are high in protein. So we're talking eggs, egg whites, smoothies, turkey bacon, protein shakes, collagen, chicken sausage, turkey sausage, things like that will make a huge difference, and it has been scientifically proven. So even if you are going to hit all of your protein macros in the day, shift a large percentage of them to making sure your first meal of the day is high in protein if you want to accelerate progress. So tip number 2 is you want to avoid sugary drinks and fruit juice. According to a study published by the Institute of Cardiovascular and Medical Sciences, it has been found that consuming foods that are high in sugar, specifically beverages, and these excess empty sugars is not only not beneficial, they are empty calories and they are not beneficial to supporting fat loss. The reason for this is because your body needs to burn through glucose and carbohydrates before it shifts over into fat loss. So for instance, it takes your body approximately 20 to 25 minutes to burn through enough of the carbohydrates before your body shifts to fat burning mode. So that's just at rest. Now, if you are consuming sugary drinks in addition to that, it's going to take even longer for your body to burn through all of these empty sugars before your body is able to utilize fat as a fuel source. So by adding more and more and more of these empty sugars, you're actually making it harder for your body to get to the point where it needs to switch over to fat for fuel, because if there's always more and more sugar, your body needs to burn through that first before it can utilize fat. Tip number 3 is drinking water before your meals. So most folks are not getting enough water in a day, and the amount of water you actually need to consume a day is equivalent to your total daily energy expenditure in milliliters. So for most folks, it's probably going to be between 2 liters and 2.5 liters as the bare minimum. I recommend people get about a gallon a day, which is 3.74 liters, which is a little bit more than that, but it is very helpful to stay hydrated. And according to the Journal of Clinical Nutrition, one study has showed that drinking water before meals reduced caloric intake and also is effective in weight management. So make sure you are properly hydrated for these specific reasons. So tip number 4 is to eat soluble fiber. Most of you guys want to be aiming for a minimum of 17 grams of fiber per day, bare minimum for females, minimum of 25 grams of fiber per day for men, and most folks probably don't even get 10 grams of fiber per day, which is a really big problem because fiber has been scientifically proven to help accelerate fat loss. It does so many wonderful functions by detoxifying the liver of excess estrogens, excess hormones. It helps to detoxify the body of excess cholesterols. It helps you feel fuller longer and fuller sooner. Foods that are high in fiber, for instance, vegetables include fiber, whole grains include fiber, nuts, seeds, avocado, but it takes an intentional effort from my folks with the hormone imbalances, as you guys know in my hormone reset and my hormone reset supplements, that high fiber is a huge element of that. And if you are personally struggling to hit your fiber, please know that I do have a fantastic vegan-based fiber supplement on gaugelife.com if you guys want to check that out, and you guys can save extra with code GL10 at checkout on gaugelife.com. So the next tip to accelerate fat loss is to include black coffee or tea in your day. So caffeine, as you guys know, is a stimulant, and it will stimulate the central nervous system. And according to a study done in the critical reviews in food science and nutrition, it has been found that caffeine does show promise to help boost the metabolism and elevate fat loss. Now, the thing is, you guys, you do want to be careful with this. You don't want to rely on it as a crutch because you still need to be eating healthy overall. And there are some folks who would not benefit from high levels of caffeine, specifically those who are pregnant or nursing, specifically those with imbalanced hormones, specifically those who have fibrocystic breasts, ovarian cysts, or fibroids in the uterus. You want to stay away from it. But for everybody else, know that including black coffee or some black teas throughout the day can be helpful in accelerating fat loss. So tip number 6 is you want to base your diet off of real whole foods. We want to stay away from things that are processed. You want to stay away from things that are artificial. Yes, you do need to be eating in a caloric deficit, and yes, you could technically still accomplish that by eating processed foods. However, by sticking to more real whole foods, your body is going to have the opportunity to feel fuller, longer. Your body is going to not have foreign artificial ingredients. The level of safety is going to be much higher. And not only that, it is going to lead to healthier habits because a lot of processed foods have an unnatural amount of sugar in such a small serving that you won't find anywhere in nature. For example, foods that are high in sugar and foods that are high in carbohydrates together. Nowhere in nature do you find high sugar, high carb foods. And now, don't get me wrong, they taste good. We're talking things like cakes, candies, sodas, treats, cookies, you know what I mean? Cake, like that type of stuff, high sugar, high fat. But high sugar, high fat is a recipe for weight gain. So what you want to do is you want to stick to things that are natural, real whole foods, fresh fruit like an apple, things like that are nuts, things in that wheelhouse are going to be much better for you. Last but not least, get good quality sleep. Quality sleep is so underrated when it comes to fat loss. And the thing is, you guys, a lot of you can really burn out your adrenals, you can burn out your cortisol levels, really be running on fumes and not allowing your body to have the appropriate opportunity to truly rest, which will lead to more hasty decisions, poor choices, poor nutrition choices throughout the day, throughout the weeks, throughout the months, throughout the years. So make sure you are prioritizing proper rest, that you are literally getting to bed at a decent hour, getting enough quality rest, so that way you can accelerate your fat loss. If you have questions about how to apply these things to yourself, I would encourage you guys to visit gaugegirltraining.com and reach out to us regarding getting set up on a customized nutrition program or one-on-one online coaching if you want to take it to the next level. So check out the link below if you want to visit the website and learn more about us. Thank you guys so much for watching, and comment which of these 7 tips you want to start trying right away. Thanks for watching. See you next time.